Good morning. Self-inflicted catastrophe. The Treasury Secretary's stark warning as Congress stalemates over the debt ceiling. The president abruptly canceling a trip to the Midwest, staying in Washington to avert a government shutdown. With Republicans and Democrats not budging, the country on the brink again. We're live with the very latest. On the hot seat, the nation's top military leaders summoned to Congress to answer for the debt.
Recommended that we maintain 2,500 troops in Afghanistan.
How the White House is reacting to that moment as the generals prepare for another grilling today. One step closer, the FDA now in possession of key data from Pfizer's vaccine trial on kids. How quickly could a decision come with millions of parents watching and waiting? Searching for answers, Gabby Petito's family speaking out for the first time since that emotional memorial service.
She's with us. She's with us.
Straight ahead, their plea for help. Their lawyers' tough words for the parents of Brian Laundrie, and the FBI manhunt intensifying. All that plus Decision Day inside today's high-stakes hearing in Britney Spears' battle to win back control of her life and career. The major decision facing the judge, and the director of a new Netflix documentary joining us live to reveal what she's discovered about the pop star's controversial case. And here's Johnny, Jon Stewart, ready to make his big return to TV after 6 long years away.
How did it feel to be back in front of an audience?
Because of the COVID, I'm still not very pleased, like when anybody exhales.
Our exclusive interview today, Wednesday, September 29th, 2021.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Today. It's so good to have you with us on this busy Wednesday morning.
It is. We are going to begin with the countdown to the shutdown. So if lawmakers do not come to an agreement by the end of the day tomorrow, the government shutdown will begin. So how does it affect you? Well, it affects everything from national parks to loan applications.
And that looming deadline is one of the reasons stocks fell sharply yesterday. NASDAQ down 2.8%, its worst day since March.
Both are major concerns for the Biden administration, which is also facing new fallout over the chaotic end of the Afghanistan war. Today, day 2 of a Capitol Hill hearing looking into that withdrawal.
Got both stories covered. We'll start at the White House. NBC's Peter Alexander at his post. Peter, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning to you. President Biden abruptly postponing a vaccination-themed trip to Chicago today to stay right here in Washington and to try to iron out those intensifying divisions within his own party that now threaten to derail his signature policy proposals. And at the same time, the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, in the most blunt terms yet,
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, shutdown countdown. President Biden canceling a trip to focus on the looming deadline as the Treasury Secretary issues a dire warning about the economy.
And it would be a self-inflicted wound of enormous proportions.
We're live in Washington with what you need to know. Space jab.
I felt like it was best suited for not only me, but for my family and for my friends.
NBA superstar LeBron James reveals for the first time he is vaccinated, but some players still refusing to roll up their sleeves. With just weeks until the season starts, what it all means for the league. Plus, Daily Dose. Jon Stewart returns to TV, our exclusive conversation about his new show and what he's been doing since stepping away from the small screen.
Imagine you're living with an older gentleman who won't stop doing this.
It's annoying. And it's a girl. Barbara Bush announces the birth of baby daughter Cora. What her Aunt Jenna is saying about the big news today, Wednesday, September 29th, 2021.
Hello to our 3 grandchildren.
In Seattle, Washington.
Celebrating our first time in New York City.
From Terre Haute, Indiana.
What's up, Nashville, Tennessee?
Shout out to our families in
Conway, Arkansas.
and Houston, Texas.
We're the Ferris Dunn family from Washington, D.C.
My little brother King is turning 5.
Big 5. Yeah, welcome back to NBC Today. Happy everything. It's Wednesday morning. We're glad you're with us.
We are extra happy around here because we're going to have more on the new addition to the Bush family in a bit. But first, we have more baby news to share.
Do we ever?
Dylan Dreyer, our new bundle of joy has arrived overnight. A little boy, Russell James Fischera. Mom and babe doing just fine. He did come early. He could not stay.
He was not waiting.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm excited to join the party.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
I cannot. Big congrats to Dylan and Brian and the big brothers now.
Yes.
Cal and Ollie.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Fischera, party of five.
I know. We're sending our love to you. Can't wait to see that babe. So... it's just the best. So much good stuff. Let's get to your news at 8 o'clock. The president facing an intense struggle this morning to keep members of his own party from sinking his economic plans while also working to avoid a shutdown of the government. NBC's chief White House correspondent and Weekend Today co-anchor Peter Alexander joins us with the latest. Peter, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning to you. That potential shutdown now less than 48 hours away, and the president has called off a planned trip to Chicago today.
Playing with his two big sisters. And there are your first birthdays, guys.
Al, I wish you could have seen Craig during that whole thing. He's just sitting here eating an orange.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's got a lot going on.
It's a juicy, the juiciest
I couldn't
orange.
see him, but I could hear him. It was like ASMR.
Oh, they had my mic up? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, the
I'm
whole
sorry.
time.
Sorry about that.
It was like, you were sucking on Tropicana.
I was so hungry this morning, and the oranges upstairs are great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Roker.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll see you in a few minutes on the third hour.
Thank you, Al. Miss you.
Bye, Al.
Do we? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Meantime, we're doing a... No, I'm sorry. I was just kidding around.
Now you made him laugh and cry.
And leave.
So you may only catch us for a few hours every morning, but we're around-the-clock operation. In fact, it takes a huge team effort to bring you today. It takes a village. So we decided to take you behind the scenes to reveal what it actually takes to put this little broadcast together. Day in, day out. It's a new show. It's called Making of Today.
Yeah, so for the first episode, you're going to see how we covered the opening night of 3 Broadway shows. We brought you on air the very next morning. Plus, then Al catches up with the crew who helped make his zero-gravity story take flight. I actually watched some of it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, you forget all the stuff that goes into before this moment.
It's really
it's
fun,
cool.
and also it always makes us proud of our crew. They're so good, our producers and crew. So if you want to catch the very first episode of Making of Today, go to today.com/allday, 11:30, 3:30, and 7:30. New editions every month. You can go back to your orange now.
Thank you. Back for the third hour. But first,